What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Dell's Den as we have another sit down for you with LevanMarie Cosplay. It was great sitting down with her. This is a long time coming specifically because of the editing process, okay? Thank you guys for being patient. Don't forget to check out all the additional social media down below and wait until the end of the video. That way you can get an update of what's going on because there's more to come. We'll talk to you soon. Peace! What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Dell's Den while we are here with...
LevanMarie Cosplay, hi!
Levan, you're pretty much jack of all trades. I mean, you do cosplay, you do streaming, you do all types of stuff. How has that been? You've been doing this for how long?
I've been cosplaying for 10 years. I've been modeling since I was 16. And I've been on Twitch for 8 years, I think.
8 years?
I may be wrong with the math because math ain't mathin'. But I'm like 8 or 9 years. Yeah, I started in 2016, so it's been about 8 years.
Wow, that's a long time.
And I'm affiliated, so.
Good, good. That's always a plus. That's always a plus.
It's a good side hustle when you got bills to pay.
It's kind of nice to actually get another streamer because I used to stream back in the day as well. How has streaming been since after the pandemic? Because there's been so much that I've been seeing.
It's been pretty tough, especially for female streamers, especially with a lot of stuff that's going on in certain streaming platforms. But it's fun. There's still good community. I have my community that's been with me since day one.
That's crazy.
And one of my mods actually is my best friend. We've been inseparable best friends for as long as I can remember.
And the community, I mean, I know it looks like you have a pretty good sized community.
Yeah.
And for the individuals who have stuck with you since day one, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel very happy. I was on hiatus for a little bit due to a lot of things that were going on at the time. I took, I believe, 2 or 3 hiatuses, but it's a really good community. I've made a lot of good friends. Most of my community is for like cozy gamers because I'm obsessed with Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley. Like I'm obsessed. Oh, and The Sims. I love playing Sims. I was originally part of the FGC community at the time because I play a lot of fighter games. My brother actually got me into gaming. Growing up with him, he had his PlayStation and then his Nintendo 64. So a lot of the games that got me into gaming more is Mortal Kombat and Killer Instinct. I'm obsessed with those games. And Street Fighter.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Now, the Mortal Kombat, you know, speaking about that, did you get to see the new Mortal Kombat stuff that's been coming out?
Yes, I saw the movies. They're not bad. They're not bad. But I still prefer the OG because of the cheesy comedy.
I know the most recent trailer that I seen was the San Diego Comic-Con. That looks really good. Ghostface. And, who was it? It was Conan and I think there was one more. Terminator. Terminator.
I saw that they were releasing those skins and they look pretty cool. I was like, okay, now I gotta get back into it.
I'm surprised the fighting games then.
Yeah.
So
I may not look it. I'm pretty decent. I actually used to compete with my brother when I was like 10.
Have you ever done tournaments? Like local tournaments?
I stopped because it's too much and it's not fun anymore. And I just like to do it for fun now. But I have nothing against people who do it in the community. Like I've seen some amazing streamers and content creators that play like really awesome. Seeing people in the FGC community is really cool. I'm glad that they're still around and they're actually pretty chill.
So Animal Crossing is currently right now, that's what you've been playing?
Actually I took a break from Animal Crossing. I've actually been back into my Sims and I've been obsessed with this new game that has like kind of like a chill also fighting element. My best friend and her boyfriend got me into it. I'm obsessed with Cult of Lamb. I play it all the freaking time.
It looks fun. Every time it goes on sale, I don't pull the plug. Are you saying that I should pull the plug?
You should pull the plug. It's worth it. And they have a new expansion coming out to where you can actually have kids in there now too.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's really fun. My husband doesn't get why I'm obsessed with it, but I'm obsessed with it. It's really good though. I highly recommend it. I at first was kind of like pushed off with it because those type of games I really never like been good at.
Right.
But when I saw my best friend and her boyfriend play it, I was like, okay, maybe I should give it a shot. And then they surprised me with it for my birthday. On stream, to be exact. So I played it that day.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
but I recommend it. If you like those type of like battle log grinding games, it's a good time killer. I've played it on stream for long periods of time. I've even done 4-hour streams of just playing it before. Don't recommend that. But
moving a little bit outside of the gaming, again, kind of getting into cosplaying, because you've been doing that for so long.
Yeah.
I saw that it was Harley Quinn first.
Yes.
What made you want to do Harley Quinn first? What's about Harley Quinn that you like?
Harley Quinn has always been a comfort character of mine. Growing up wasn't easy. I came from a religious household.
Okay.
Nothing against people who have a religion, but the way I was raised, I had to hide who I truly was. And when I watched Batman, the animated series, that's the first time I knew when she showed up in, I believe it was called Joker's Favor. I felt that she can relate to me because I've been through some relationships that she's been with in the Joker, and seeing how she can get out of that and be who she wants to be. And I just always loved Harley because she was never afraid to speak her mind when she got fed up with everything. I just feel so comfortable with her. And the moment I heard Arlene Snorkin, may she rest in peace, she made me feel so much more like I could be there, and Harley Quinn will always be there no matter what.
What's up, guys? I'm just going to take a quick second of your time. I know that you guys are in the middle of checking out more of Levan, but don't forget, we're trying to get noticed. Get noticed by Ghost, okay? We love Ghost as a whole when it comes to DeltronZ. You shellheads, I've been educating y'all, letting y'all know why Ghost is so important and what it means to me. So don't forget to drop a like and tag Ghost. Let them know, hey, Deltron's making some waves here. We'll talk to y'all soon.
I have a really good comfort in her, and she was what got me into like the animated type of things. After Batman, the animated series, I became obsessed with DC Comics, and I have 7 versions of Harley Quinn, actually. I even have my first debut Harley Quinn, which was kind of her little like dress. I call her Sexy Harley, and that was the first time I actually like cosplayed at a con. I've never went to conventions growing up because my family thought it was like, okay, that's not good. But they formed up to it and they got used to it now. My family has gone to a couple conventions with me now, and they warmed up to it finally. When I saw the new Harley, like I saw her start slowly showing up more in the animated series, and I just loved her personality and how she spoke her mind. And she is really freaking smart. She may not look it, but she really is. She was a psychiatrist, for crying out loud. I admire her because it makes me, it's like you can be smart and beautiful and a total awesome person at the same time, and you don't have to lose one or the other. So that is why I really resonate with Harley Quinn. A lot of my stuff is inspired by her. Like a lot of my cosplays, a lot of even my business has been kind of inspo of her as well.
It's like your signature character.
People know me as the Harley of San Antonio.
There you go.
That was the first cosplay. That was Alamo City Comic Con. Yeah, it was either 2015 or 2016. I can't remember, but that was when I first revealed her, and I had my dream come true where I had a cartoon size mallet. Like it was literally here all the way over my head, and my husband built it with like one of a PVC pipe and 2 pots for flowers. And literally, if you see it, I think I have pictures of it on my social media.
We're gonna get those up.
Yeah, like you can see how big it is. Like I am 5'1", and that thing is like up to like 6 inches taller than me.
I know. I personally saw it. It is that tall. It is ridiculous.
Huge.
You still have it?
Yes, I still have it at my in-laws because it does not fit in my tiny apartment.
I do like what you had mentioned. It's like they did end up branching her off as an individual.
Yes.
You know, she was always, whenever you heard about Harley, you immediately thought
Joker.
Right.
Yeah, and that's what I really like about the new take on Harley Quinn and how DC's going that route now. How they made her an anti-hero and they premiered her in Suicide Squad. It was so good. Like, they stuck with her aesthetic. They changed it a little bit, but it's still Harley. I also really liked on the new Harley Quinn show with Ivy. Kaylee Kuko, I'm like a huge fan of her. I'm obsessed with Big Bang Theory.
Oh my god, yes.
I'm obsessed with it.
Zoom!
Bazinga. I'm obsessed with it. And when they announced that she was going to voice her, I was like, okay, this is going to be good. And I liked how a lot of the people from the Big Bang Theory, also Bernadette, she also voiced Harley Quinn in a couple of movies too.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I don't remember which ones it was, but I know she's voiced them a couple times.
Wow.
But it's just amazing how they're so versatile with Harley Quinn and how she's independent. I really liked how they made her own story end with the Joker. I thought that was really, really brave of them to do that.
Right. Then you have to be able to give her independence.
Yeah. It was
like, I understand why they went that route. She just blew up to a point where you have to make it about Harley.
Nowadays it's Harley Quinn all over. And it's so good seeing that she got love because she never really got love before.
No.
The second time I cosplayed her, I actually did the Bombshell Harley Quinn. I was the only one who did it in San Antonio at the time. I basically built the costume from one fan art I found.
Wow.
It was, I don't know how me and my husband did it, but we did it because there was no other art of her at the time when she was first revealed from the Bombshell line. A lot of people were like, I don't know how we feel about it, that type of thing. And then I saw the art for that fan art, and there's Joker with her too, and he was like a pilot. So it was really cool. And now it's Harley Quinn.
Now, doing all these conventions, have you ever had the opportunity to meet one of the Harley Quinns? Guys, I wanted to take up one more moment of your time. Thank y'all for sticking around so long. I am debuting today's Death by Reps newest design, Booze. That's right, I said it, booze. Not booze as in what you drink, booze. Majin Buu is eating some cereal. I mean, could you imagine this type of cereal actually coming out? That would be amazing. Death by Reps, you always killing it. You also got the Death by Reps logo on the back. And of course, if you want to see more, don't forget to go check out the Instagram. I really appreciate y'all's time. Y'all be safe. DeathByReps.com, our sponsor. Love y'all. Peace.
Actually was able to meet Tara Strong.
I love her so much.
Oh my gosh.
She does so much.
Yes, she does. And I love her as Raven too.
Yes.
So I met Tara Strong. I forgot which convention was, but I was actually in my Harley Quinn, and Tara Strong, I literally cried of happiness because she fangirled with me when I cosplayed it. And she's like, oh my gosh, you look so amazing. You look so good. And what made me cry is she told me that she sent a picture to Arlene Snorkin.
Oh, wow.
Harley herself. Tara stated that she texted her back. I believe it was, I forgot which con it was, but Arlene Snorkin loved my Harley Quinn.
Oh, that's good.
And hearing that from one of the most iconic people ever, I was like, oh my gosh.
It's a big deal.
It was huge deal. I was very, very fangirling.
Okay.
At the time, and I couldn't even speak. And I've met Tara multiple times, and she still remembers me, thankfully.
I have not been able to meet her.
She
I'm
is
so jealous.
so sweet.
Is she?
She is the sweetest person. I highly recommend it.
Tara, you just need to come on the channel already, man. That's all you gotta do.
Tara Strong is amazing. And she's super talented.
Now, going through the process of seeing where you first started with your cosplay, which again was Harley, and going to where you're at now, after all these years, and seeing the progression, and seeing how much you've been able to improve, not only just by yourself, but together, right? How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel proud.
Does it?
Because I'm very self-conscious and very critical when it comes to anything I do. Like, it could be cosplay, it could be modeling, it could be my makeup. I'm very critical about it, but seeing how much I've grown from that to this, and now I'm like, I knew I could do it. And people come up to me at times when I'm guesting at conventions, and they ask me, what keeps you going? And I'm like, what keeps me going is my supporters, because I wouldn't be anywhere without them. I'm thankful for them.
Right.
They're not only fans or supporters, they're also like family to me.
Right.
And they've been with me since day one. And hearing people say, oh my gosh, you've been improved, it's so amazing, I'm glad you're still doing cosplay, I'm happy you bring Harley Quinn to life. And hearing that, it makes me happy, because there's times where people tell me, you're the reason why I cosplay, you're the reason why I got into modeling. And I'm in so much awe that people look up to me like that, because I never thought I would be like that. If I can go back in time and tell my teenage self and be like, you're gonna make it, may not be right away, but you're gonna make it, and you're gonna keep doing what you love and don't give up on it. And I realized, what's the point of hiding who I am anymore, because it's not good to keep yourself bottled up.
No, not at all. Not at all. And as far as the modeling part, we were briefly discussing prior to us starting, it's like being able to put yourself out there like that, like body shaming, like, is that a thing? Like, do you see it?
Yes, I have, because I'm a Latina, and there are times where people have commented on my photos saying like, oh, this person isn't Latina, you shouldn't be doing that. Oh, you're kind of a big girl, you shouldn't be wearing that type of thing. Yes, I do have times where it does get to me.
Okay.
But then I'm like, why should I let it get to me? I'm doing this because I love it. If I can survive modeling at 16, I can survive those comments, because they're just people because you don't know what they're going through.
Right.
And it's not okay for you to bully someone.
Right.
You don't know what that person, so I like to give the benefit of the doubt to the person. And I don't take it too hard. But if I do see it constantly happening, I will try my hardest to speak up to it, because I was bullied growing up, and it does a lot to a person. Yes. So I was the anime girl, scene chick at high school, and people thought like, oh, you shouldn't, you're weird, get away from me type of thing.
And now they're probably liking anime now.
I have people from high school who didn't want anything to do with me, who are now coming at me.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Trying to hit me up.
It's actually funny whenever there starts to be success in a specific type of way, and that whenever you're happy doing something that you want, you're right. In most cases, people who comment in those types of ways, they're going through stuff.
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel for them, and sometimes I want them to be able to actually reach out. But being able to see a comment like that, I think you're right. Being able to see the other side, like your community, actually giving that support and telling you that you're doing a great job, does that kind of just drown that out?
It does do that. The positivity outweighs the negative. And I've had people who've even stood up for me before in situations, and before I can even see anything. What I tell people who are modeling or like cosplaying or even aero cosplay, because it is a very competitive environment.
It is.
I live by this motto, is get your sexy on no matter what you are. You can be whatever you want to be. If you feel sexy and confident, then that's all that matters. And you have people who support you, and never look at the negativity, look at the positive.
I like that.
And it's something I've lived by for the longest time, because I grew up modeling, and it was a very, very bad environment, to the point to where I decided at 18, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get out of it. And then I went into pinup modeling. It was good, and people were so kind and nice, but there was also the toxicity as well.
Right.
But there's toxicity, and no matter where you go, you can't please everyone. And so that's what I tell people in the cosplay community, in the aero cosplay community. Like, people, like, if you have an issue, just talk to me about it.
Yeah.
Maybe we can talk it out. But don't
Maybe I can get you to understand from a different point of view.
Don't be that person that may hurt another person. Because How would you feel if this was you at the other end?
Right.
And I tell them, don't let it get to you, because are you happy? I ask them. Do you love doing what you're doing? Doesn't matter what people say. You never know what the next day will bring.
Right.
So I've always lived by that. After growing up, I was like, I'm happy doing what I'm doing. If you don't like it, then that's your problem. There's a block button for a reason. But if I can tell anyone anything in that cosplay community, is words are just words.
Right.
Don't let them get to you. If you know that you're doing what you love and it makes you happy, then that's all that matters. How you feel is all that matters, not what other people think.
I love how you just turn almost everything into a positive.
I've always thought that there's always another side to a story. The grass is greener on the other side. That's how I was raised, with my family, close friends, and the people I met in my community, who I admire very much, who I became really good friends with. They tell me, what you do is what you want to do, and what people say doesn't matter. It's how you feel. There's a lot of huge cosplayers that I admire who I've actually spoken to when I started doing that Aero cosplay content.
Right.
Because I didn't know how to handle it at first. It's kind of weird. Pinup and lingerie modeling is different from Aero cosplay.
What do you
It's like in some situations, there's like a difference between like environment and business and stuff like that. But they're pretty much similar at the same time.
Okay.
So I just asked for advice because I didn't know what to do at the time. And one cosplay friend I reached out to, they told me, if you love this, then just keep doing it. Don't let it get to you. There's going to be haters no matter what.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. I do hear that a lot. I recently had a situation where I had to reach out to somebody for some advice, and they pretty much gave me the same thing. Like, you got to remind yourself that you can't please everybody.
Yeah.
And it is very difficult at times, even for myself. I'm glad that you're actually able to turn those things into positive moments, because that's what I've been doing, and I've seen a lot of positive come out of it. I mean, no matter what I do, no matter how bad it gets, whether it's a tire getting broken down, or, or getting a flat, your car breaks down, I try to look into some type of positive, because it just brings it all out. It just brings it all out.
And I also be like, I'm alive.
Right.
Yes, I have my days, but I'm still here standing.
Mental health.
Yep.
Mental health. How's your life been with mental health?
It's been a struggle. I was diagnosed with anxiety and depression at 13.
Oh, that's young.
It was due to a lot of stuff that I went through.
Okay.
Growing up, I really don't like to talk about because it's pretty intense on what I've been through. It's different for every person.
Exactly.
But I didn't know what I had until I was told what I had, because sometimes people don't know that they have it.
Okay.
And it's hidden, so it's kind of hard to realize that it's an issue. But I found different alternatives to get through.
Have you done therapy?
I have done therapy. I did it in high school. I went to my guidance counselor, and at the time I went to some therapy with my parents and all that. It helped a lot. I highly recommend it, but therapy isn't for everyone.
Right.
And another alternative that I like to do is I like to take my mind off of things. So what I do is I either play games, or I build my gun plot, or I just watch anime or watch DC or Marvel movies.
Anime, man. What do you like about anime?
Anime, I like how each anime has a different story.
Does.
And how each person has their time to shine. And I love the art style, most of the stuff I watch. My anime love started when I saw my all-time favorite movie, Studio Ghibli's Spirited Away.
Oh, man.
I grew up watching all
good.
those movies, and that's what brought my love into anime. And then I started watching Pokemon and Sailor Moon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Is what made me fully like, okay, I really like this. I'm still obsessed with Sailor Moon and Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, I love Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
Sailor Moon was actually, I can say, my very first anime.
Yep.
I mean, it just got me into it, and I think it was Inuyasha after that.
Yep.
I kind of just spiraled down. Now, I'm not that hardcore into like some of the anime that are like love stories and stuff
I'm a
like
sucker
that.
for slice of life.
Are you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm a sucker for it because sometimes relationships can be like that. And it gives me hope.
I've heard
growing
of it.
up before I met my husband, I was a single gal, just like I will find that love one day, and you found it. I found it. So
How does that make you feel?
it makes me.
You talk about it like there's definitely love there. I love that.
I love because love brings out the goodness in people and shows your true colors.
Right.
In some situations it can be bad, some situations it can be good, but if you're with someone who knows you more than anyone, they'll also be there to help you through your darkest times. And even family and friends, for those people who haven't found love yet, like you have friends and family that love you. For example, my best friend, I've been friends with her since I was 18, and she's seen me in my darkest times and lifted me up. And then I met my husband, who was my best friend before anything. So, so like I said, it was like an anime. Best friend, girl falls in love with best friend and her get married.
You're living that life.
Yeah.
You're living that life.
Yeah. I've never felt love like that
Okay.
growing up because I've had to kiss a lot of frogs before I got to my prince.
That makes sense.
So I believe that love can open doors for you and help you become your true self.
Right.
And even if you love yourself, like you don't have to be in love with someone. You can just love yourself, and that love will help you be who you want to be. And self-love is very important.
You say that you are the person that you want to be today.
Yes. If I can go back in time and tell my little teenage self who almost wanted to give up on everything, I would tell her, don't give up. Things are brighter on the other side, and you will make it through the darkest times, and you will still be around. I'm here. I made it to my 30s, and I'm blessed. I am blessed that I've survived, because there are times that I thought I wouldn't.
So what's coming up next for you? I know that you had mentioned. Yeah, you said that you have a big one coming up.
Well, I have coming up is.
What's up, guys? You probably are wondering, like, DeltronZ, there's usually, like, an ending. There's usually, like, an outro. Yeah, I had some technical problems at the original time of this, so that's why some of this has been taking so long. But I will say that part 2 is coming, and that's going to be your outro. But in the meantime, don't forget to check out LevanMarieCosplay on all of these social medias here. I really appreciate y'all's time. I love y'all. Y'all be safe. Peace.